This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Now then, over the years I've done a lot of videos about, how to use the pentatonic scale or what the Dorian mode is or, how to move between the Dorian mode and the Mixolydian mode whilst targeting chord notes in a 12-bar blues and all of that kind of stuff. But we all got to start somewhere, and if you're a complete beginner, you don't maybe even have a guitar yet, you'll need to borrow one to kind of have a go at this video. But let's assume you've just got your first guitar and you don't know what to do with it. If that's you, then this video is for you. In this little tutorial, I'm going to show you many of the fundamental skills you're going to need. You're going to learn to tune the guitar. You're going to learn your first chord, and you're going to learn how to play that chord in the context of a rhythm along to a piece of music. Hopefully, by the end of this video, you'll have gone from being a non-musician to being a musician. Welcome. So, anyway, what's first on the agenda, really? I guess that's got to be getting the guitar in tune, and here's how you do that. Okay then, we've got a guitar which is out of tune, so let's fix that. First thing I need to talk about, though, is what notes we need to tune the strings to. You can see the little tuner app that I'm using in the corner of the screen there. That's just a free app that you can get for your phone, and as you can see, the strings are numbered on there, or rather named on there, starting with E, A, D, G, B and E. Very easy way to remember that is elephants and donkeys grow big ears. We also number the strings as well, starting from the thinnest string, which is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so we're going to tune. I tend to like to start tuning with the first string, so what I'm going to do is just pluck that string, and you can see that the tuner is telling me that that note is too high. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down below the note and go back up to it again. And that is now in tune. Just play it again. There we go. Let's move on to the second string. Oh, that's too low, so I'm just going to kind of tweak that back into tune just by tightening the peg here. And that's in tune. Third string, let's have a look at the third string. Too high, so if it's too high, always go down below the note and then back up to it. And that one's in tune. The reason why you go down below the note and tune up to it is so that you're always tightening the string to the correct note. That avoids any slack building up in the string, which will happen if you slacken the string into the correct note. Let's have a look at the fourth string now. Too low, so let's fix that. There we go. And now let's have a look at the fifth string. Too high, so once again go down below the note. And back up to it. So that string is now in tune. Now the final one, the sixth string. Too low. Okay, the guitar is now in tune. Okay, so hopefully your guitar is now in tune. What we now need to do is get you playing your first chord. And here's how you're going to do that. Okay then, let's set about learning your first guitar chord. It's called E major, or commonly just referred to as E. And in the corner of the screen there, you can see a little picture of it, which hopefully is pretty self-explanatory. There is a picture of the neck of the guitar, and on that picture, there are some numbered dots, and you can see hopefully that the numbers refer to which fingers on this hand we're going to be using to press down the strings. So let's go through the chord one finger at a time, and starting with this finger here, your index finger, which is your first finger. So this finger goes on the third string up, 1, 2, 3, and in the first fret, okay? So you basically think of this as being like a grid system where you've got this axis here, which is denoted by the strings, and this axis here, which is denoted by the frets. So basically 3 up in the first fret. There we go. Now second finger, this goes on the 5th string. There it is there in the 2nd fret. And your third finger goes on the 4th string, that's the string underneath the 5th string, in the 2nd fret as well. So here's each finger one at a time. This finger goes here, 3rd string, 1st fret. This finger goes here, 5th string, 2nd fret. And this finger goes here, 2nd fret on the 4th string, okay? And that is how the chord should hopefully sound. You'll see there's some circles next to the strings on that diagram, next to this string, and this string. Those are what we call open strings, which means that although this hand isn't touching them, this hand still plays them. Okay, so your first job is to get that chord sounding nice and crisp and clean like this. Okay, what we want to avoid are any dead or buzzy notes, like this kind of thing. Or this. Where there's kind of rattles and buzzes. There's only 2 things that can cause that those things to happen. One is that maybe you're not going straight onto the strings straight down and pressing them straight down. You may be kind of leaning over slightly. So if I lean my fingers over like that, then this finger here, as well as pressing down the string that it's responsible for, is going to be kind of fouling the string underneath it and causing that one to be a dead note. Okay, so make sure that you are going straight onto the strings without touching the strings either side. And the second thing that can cause a dead or buzzy note like that is if you're just not pressing down firmly enough. Okay, you just use the tip of your finger to press the strings firmly down onto the guitar, getting a nice clean contact and, you know, hopefully a nice clean note. So just go through the chord one string at a time until you get that nice clean sound like that. And, you know, might take a bit of work, might take a bit of practice just to kind of get used to your fingers making the correct kind of contact with the strings, but eventually you'll get there and the chord will sound like this. And that's what we're aiming for. So let's assume you've got to that stage. What we now need to look at is what you're going to be doing with this hand. This is the hand that's responsible for the rhythm, so we're going to look at that next. Okay, so your guitar is in tune and you've learned your first chord. Hopefully you're getting a nice, clean, crisp and clear sound out of that E major chord. What's next then? Well, as I said in that last clip, we need to look at rhythm. So what is a rhythm? Well, I'm glad you asked. A rhythm is a repeating pattern of sound. That's all it is, okay? And most popular music tends to rely upon rhythms that have 4 beats per cycle, or bar, as we say in musical jargon. So what we're going to be doing is counting a rhythm that goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And your job as the guitar player in the band is to strum that lovely E major chord on beats 1 and 3 of the bar. Here's me doing that and counting along with it, and you should be able to hear the kind of 1, 2, 3, 4 beats. Well, because I'm counting them. Here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that is what you're going to be playing in this piece of music we're working towards today. The one piece of advice I would give you with rhythms is don't overthink them. Most people, after they've had even a few drinks on a Friday or Saturday night, they can be listening to a piece of music and just innately tapping their foot to it without any kind of conscious thought whatsoever. So it's that sort of instinct that we're trying to tap into and harness to get the strumming working. So just make sure that you can hear the 1, 2, 3, 4 beats. If you were struggling to hear the 1, 2, 3, and 4 in that piece of music, then well, that's why this video has a rewind button. Just scroll back a bit and listen to it again, and as I say, I'm counting along with it as you heard, so hopefully that will kind of begin to become more intuitive. Anyway, let's now hear the piece of music. It's called One Chord Wonder for obvious reasons, and here is what it sounds like when I'm strumming that rhythm along with the rest of the band and the instruments and the melody and everything. Sounds like this. So there you go. I mean, it's never going to win a Grammy, is it? But, it's a piece of music, and, hopefully you've got to the point now where you can pick up a musical instrument and play a piece of music on it, albeit a simple one. So now, here's your chance to step into the limelight yourself. Here's that same piece of music again, but this time without me strumming the E chord on it. Now it's your turn to do that. You'll see on screen the 1, 2, 3, 4 count, and you'll see when to strum. So, well, here it is. So hopefully that went reasonably well, and if not, well, as I say, just kind of scroll back a bit and have another go and keep on having a go. Just keep on practicing until you get it right. That is, essentially the secret to mastering anything on the guitar, whether it's your first chord or whether it's your 1001st chord. So there you go, folks. That is just a little bit of a guide to get you started playing the guitar. A simple tune that uses one chord, and as I say, it just kind of gets you off the starting blocks and gets you playing something on your guitar. If this has whetted your appetite, then I will just point out that I have a bunch of courses that are on sale via the Udemy tuition platform. The links to those courses are down below in the description box. If you're a complete beginner, then obviously I would go for the Complete Beginner's Guide to Playing the Guitar. It's called something like that, but just check out the links down below and choose the course that is the beginner's one, essentially. If you choose to support this channel on Patreon, there's the address, link also in the description. Then you get a free course when you sign up for that. And if you're a beginner, then obviously the beginner's course is going to be the one for you. So if you're going to support me on Patreon, thank you. That is really, really, truly appreciated. So when you sign up, just ping me a message saying, can I have the beginner's course, please? And I'll fire it over to you with my compliments. So there you go, folks. That is all I've got for you today. Hope you found it useful, informative, and maybe a little bit inspiring if you are of a beginner kind of level guitarist. Hopefully you're a beginner level guitarist who now has one piece of music under their belt. And as I say, that's it for today. If you've enjoyed the video, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not give me a like while you're at it? And until next time, stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now, folks.